Well, hello everybody. Monte back. Kerbal Space Program 2 for Science Exploration Early Access. Uh, Today we're looking inward. So we're going to start with that. Might get a little deep, but that's how we roll. No, anyway, last few episodes we kind of forgot. Well, I didn't forget. You didn't forget. I'm not going to blame anybody. We haven't shown Kerbal Space Station. Since the docking debacle. Let's just call it what that was. We didn't dock nice and straight, so now look at this. It's all nice and straight. So just reloading it kind of worked itself out. It didn't like what it was doing. So anyway, we have our nice habitat module on here. It's looking pretty good. But yeah, as I said, we're going to look inward. We're going to Eve today. We're going to probe it. And maybe a little ghillie on the way, or once we're there. That's the goals. So more science. Last episode was really just spending science and getting Valentina to orbit. And don't think I forgot about Valentina. We're gonna get her docked. We're gonna get her getting more fuel and on the way home, and maybe docking with the Kerbal Space Station on the way back. So brings it all back around. So to the VAB, let me show you what I've got going on. Well, you know what? Let's just go to the launch pad. Nothing fancy. You'll see the probe once we get there. But the rocket is new, using some of our new large stuff. Because I said that to the VAB, so you can get some more details. All right. See you in a second. All right. So here we are in the VAB. And the real reason I wanted to bring you by, because I don't show enough VAB stuff, but, you know, sometimes we will, sometimes we won't. So far, it's been a lot more on the we won't side. But we unlocked the Clydesdale. So compared to our kickback, there's a different thrust, obviously. Look at that. Boom. It gets crazy. So we got 2 of those on here. So that's nice. Connected with some nice struts just to hold it on tight. Now, I mean, the rocket almost looks similar, but it's because everything got larger. So these are on the Clydesdales. These are the large fuel tanks. So this is new. These large guys. So instead of holding... Okay, so that's a good... It holds more than the largest medium. So we go from 32 to 36. For a much smaller footprint. So anyway, that's what's new that's going on the rocket. Everything else, this is our stage 1 to get to Kerbal orbit and hopefully pointed on our way inward to Eve. Then we have this stage, which looks kind of tiny, but this is our medium-sized rocket here. There's an engine hiding under here. So that's pretty cool. And then we have our Eve stage. Little tiny, what do you call it here? I always call it the wrong thing. The Terrier. So we've got one of those floating around in here. And that's going to get us between Gilly and Eve. And RCS will do the rest on our probe up here. Which brings all the science. Except the radiation science. Can't do that yet. That's our goals for more science, so we can do the radiation science. I'm looking forward to it. So I will time-lapse getting this into Kerbal orbit. And then I will catch you on the maneuver, and let's go from there. All right, so this is times 8. So it saves you from hearing the sound, and it's going to go pretty quick, because it's just seeing how these new boosters work. The only trouble I had was I accidentally aimed south real quick because I forgot I already had a pre-done twist. But there you go. The boosters, stage 1 is working pretty good. The thrust is nice. I was almost worried I was too heavy and not going to get enough like horizontal push. But all is well. We're going to be up in orbit with some fuel to spare. I can dig it. The fairings didn't break anything off when those get released in a second. But but it's going to be nice. I think we will have to go to the tracking station and warp through some time, binge some movies, and get Eve in a good position. So I'll catch you on the flip. All right, I clicked on the mission controls so we could click on the tracking station and control time. So what we want, according to the physics of this solar system, is we want Eve to be 54 degrees behind Kerbal. So first off, let's set Eve as a target. You know, this is negative 90 degrees. This is positive 90 degrees, like if we're going that way, right? So we want Eve behind us because it's going to go faster. I think it's not far enough. So, like, right, that's probably like 90 halfway. It's probably like 70 something right now. So let's get things moving. Something like, I don't know, like that. It's probably too much, but we'll see. That's probably fine. Doesn't have to be perfect, but we want something like that. And then when we were going out to Duna, we took off like this way. When we go to Eve, we're going to want to take off like this way because we're going around like this. So instead of going wing, we want to go wong. Okay. So all that said, zoom in, meaning we want to now take control of the Eve probe. And we're going to want to go this way, not that way. So we do a maneuver over here and then prograde out. Wham. Because what's going to happen is as soon as we exit, like, let me do that another way. Let's zoom out. As soon as we pop out of Kerbal's influence, which, so we only takes us about 1,000 change of velocity to get out, and then see. Oop, oh. I like it. So are we set as target? Set as target. There we go. Okay, good. So let's see what we can do here. We press this, we get nice and close. Right. Kind of nice and close. What happens is we push ourselves out a little interesting there. So let's see where we can clean this up a little bit. Also, if we just get close like this, like, look at that. Like, that's nice. It's kind of an awkward approach, but it's not terrible. But we get the idea. So I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna restart again because I didn't have it set properly. So create maneuver. Okay. Let's go like this. Like as soon as we connect. All right, so that's the problem, is because this is off like that is because of this angle is not exactly as I was hoping it would be. So there's ways to approach this. One thing is we could move. Oh, whoa. This like around, which I don't know how we do that from here. Oh, okay. Like around the planet. I like that. Like, what's happening here? So if we go, no, let's go slower. What is happening here? Look at that. So we can really even get it closer that way. That way. Okay. I'm going to go with this. It's 1,000. Oh, it's going to push us out. Let's go ahead and get to this maneuver. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh, look at that. Okay. 26 seconds. We are not aimed at it. Some RCS fuel to get to it. Nine seconds. Come on now. Get on over. Yeah. We're running a little late. But that's okay. And burn. Minute-long burn. I think we definitely... because we have the extra fuel, it's okay. With this stage here. If we can even get close, like this stage wasn't even built to be the stage that gets us into an orbit of Eve. But we are going to need that second stage fuel to actually retrograde burn. The good thing is we don't need fuel to come back home. Let's be real. Alright, still pushing on out. Running low on the fuel, that's okay. That has passed. Thinks we need to go into the next stage, but we ended up having more fuel than it thought. Burning away nicely. The moon in the background. Okay. There we go, we're popping on out nicely. And I'm going to slow it down a bit. So we might get something along the way, you never know, right? And I'm going to stop it. Okay, because I don't want to go in anymore, because we know where this is going to try to be, so we're going to have to fix this in a little bit. But let's go ahead and stop this. We still have some fuel. So for example, let's time warp to this point. Say bye-bye to everything. Whoops. Should have looked first, then time warped. Okay. So let's zoom out here. Zoom. Okay. Now, what I want to do is let's do a maneuver here. And see about popping this up. I'm going to slow us down a little bit. Oh, this is the maneuver right there. Slow us down a little bit. Nope. This way. And then this way. It's a little bit of give and go on this. All right. Aha. All right. So that'll work. That'll get us an encounter. You know what I'm happy about is this must have been an update. Is it let me do that knowing that this stage is going to run out. So it was taking into account the next stage, and it let me actually do some work there. So good. It better. So let's warp to maneuver. We will aim where we need to go. And as soon as we get rid of this huge monster stage, we'll be able to control better and not need to burn into RCS, because I really don't want to use much RCS, so this is going to be good enough. Now, as soon as I start burning, it will line up. Okay, drop the stage. Just watching that yellow bar go away while I zoom out here. Okay. Alright, so we have something, so I'm just going to delete that and see what we have. I see an encounter. Entering Eve, huh? Oh, okay. So if I just press... Okay, cool. Nice. We're going to encounter Eve here. I'm going to time warp to here. Get ourselves in here. As Valentina flies around Duna, we prepare to probe Eve. All right. With a little taste of Gilly. I have never recorded any episodes, even on Kerbal Space Program, of going to Eve. The farthest I ever went was Duna. So this is all new, all new, all new. All new. All right. I got a little crazy at the... Hold on, let me just hit M. See how we're doing here. Let's hit retrograde. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. Oh, look, there it is in the background. Little purple Eve. Now we can run science. 250 science for high orbit of Eve. I can send that. Now, let's see what we have going on here. Here's our angle. Eve's up here. We came in at an interesting angle. So what we want to do is just like normal, get close to that. Periapsis right here. And we are going to burn and slow ourselves down and get into orbit. Now the question is how do we deal with Gilly? Someone's got to deal with Gilly. We got all this delta V just to slow us down. Working. Right, there we go, almost. As soon as this gets closer to zero, I mean, things are going to pop around, and there we have it. We're in orbit of Eve. So what I can do is something like... it's hard to tell from this angle, but something to where we intersect with the orbit of Gilly. And that's kind of it. Watch this time warp up to here. See, and on one of these turns, what's going to happen is we would smack right into the orbit, and we can do a deorbit burn into Gilly. But the other thing, so there's not much we can do besides high orbit and low orbit science. So let's get that out there for both of these things. So we've done high orbit Eve already. So we need to do low orbit Eve, which is what I think I'm going to just go ahead and do now with this fuel. Why not, right? I'll flip around. And it's going to just look fantastic. I want to get up and close to Eve. And then we'll deal with Gilly. Is it the right thing to do? Probably not. There we go. Getting in there, getting in there, getting in there. Getting in there. How close do we want to go? Ooh, that's close. Is that too close to Eve? Right? I don't know. Oh, that's close to Eve. Let's do 80. Okay. No more RCS. So let's time warp to here. Okay. Now we are... Oh, are we prepared? So there we have it. And let's... see, sometimes I get clicked on something and then it's always there. That's okay. That's okay. Let's just go. We're here to get super close. You. Whoa, that got real purple. I got scared. All right. Yeah, we got too close. We touched. Ooh, no. What have I done? What have we done? Yep. We know. Don't get that close. Whoops. I'm gonna see how this goes. We didn't need... Don't... Calm down. Calm down. I put this stuff away. I'm trying to help us out here, folks. Yikes, how are we doing? Are we going up or are we going down? We're bouncing around. Come on now. Okay, we're going up. Okay, mistakes were made. However, we were able to collect atmospheric science. Totally planned. And now we're in low orbit. We're gonna transmit. Did we kept the satellite? Okay. Okay. I mean, don't get that close. We can fix these problems. We can fix these problems. Maybe. Hold on. Do we have... All right. Quick tests need to happen. Engine test. Okay. Engine burns are good. So what we want to do is bring ourselves in. Just a little bit, because that's... We still want to go to Gilly. I just want to fix this. We got low orbit science. Atmospheric science. That was bonus. Yeah, so let's just go with it's all planned. Nice. First off, just get out here, please. And let's not do that again. First. Open up the panels. That was close to dangerous. Why are the panels not yet opened? They have. Oh. Well, that's why we come with extras. We didn't lose our science ability, and we just lost some solar panels, so could have been way worse. I'm going to hit the RCS, and I'm going to burn us back up. Well above 80. I could flip us around and burn prograde, but what I'm doing is I'm using RCS fuel and burning backwards retrograde, so we're really burning prograde. So I want to do 100,000. Lesson learned. Research. It was all for the science. Now, is 100,000 safe? I'm pretty sure 100,000 is safe, but I've made mistakes before. Yikes. Okay. So there we have it. That's Eve Science. We will figure out Gilly next time. We got to leave some drama beyond our normal drama. Do our lights work? Okay, our lights work. Yeah, we lost three solar panels. That's it. But we got the good juicy science. Look at this. Transmit all. Environmental data. Low orbit data. High orbit data. So then on to Gilly and beyond. And we have a mission to turn in. Oh, look at all this science. Wow. Okay. Mission control. Looking inward, because that was the goal of the episode, was looking inward. I wasn't looking at Gilly. So submit 3,000. Such a moving recitation. Anyway, I wasn't sure how they were going to rhyme something with the word trajectory, but they pulled it off. Are you a fan of poetry, Director? I am not. If I hadn't become a scientist, I think I might have become a poet. Carrie, I'm glad you became a scientist. If you think about it, puns are almost like poetry, right? Right. Director, where are you going? I'm not punny either. Oh, good. I'm glad that's over with. Thanks, science. 3,000. Ooh, I actually didn't expect that to get us new missions, but it did. Under pressure. Land on 10 Kerbal. Land on Eve, which we almost accidentally landed very abruptly on Eve just now. But with 10 Kerbals and return to Kerbin. That's not worth 8,000. I just got 3,000 science for just probing a place. The Crater Conundrum. Perform an environmental survey experiment at the Oblique Impact Site on Gilly. Oh, I don't have anything to land on Gilly, but okay. We'll have to see where that is on Gilly. At least our probe will hopefully figure that out. And Mohole in 1. Land in the mole hole, the Mohole on Moho. Okay. That's interesting. So we have a lot of interesting things to do, but I think big science is going to be 5,000 to go to Jewel. That's our primary mission. We have the technology, which speaking of, okay. Don't be Carrie. Don't be a Carrie Kerbal. Let's do deep space probes. Radiation science. Boom. So radiation science we can take to the moon, Minmus, Kerbin, everywhere again, and collect more science. And our probe now to Jewel will be able to have radiation science. Look at this orbital science. But we have 1,800 science to spend. I'm not going to... We have options. I'm going to look... Ooh, space station stuff, or... What do we do? Heavy construction, large aerodynamics, heavy launchers, so many options. So, yeah, things to do. Valentina's in space, things to not forget about. And you guys keep on keeping on, and I'll see you next episode. Thanks for watching. Is that Valentina going around Duna in the background? Anyway, catch y'all next time. Take care.